Hey everyone. Now in this quick start tutorial, I want to walk you through an advanced email tracking strategy. Now we've been talking about some different metrics that you can track, such as open rates and click-through rates through tools like ProFollow. And then of course you can set up goals within Google Analytics and track your conversion rates there. But the big question is, how do we track the conversion rate by email? So if we send out multiple emails with the same offer, how do we determine which email that we sent out converted the best? Maybe they had different copy and you want to kind of see what was your best converter. Well, that's going to require some sort of either ad tracking software that you embed into the links within your email, and then you put some sort of code on your confirmation page so you can kind of track your conversions that way. There's lots of ad tracking software out there. But you can also just go simple and use a tool that I'm going to talk about in this particular tutorial. So again, there's a couple different scenarios here. Scenario one is, as we talked about in a previous lesson, let's say you're setting up your split test conversion funnel and you've created 4 different emails for your offer, and you want to split test which one is going to not only have the most opens and the most click-through rates, but which one converts the best on the back end, which one converted to more leads or more sales or more signups or whatever your expected business outcome is there. And so we want to be able to track, was it email 1, was it email 3, was it email 4? So again, the big question is, how can you determine which email of these 4 converts best? So that is one scenario when you're doing these email split tests. The second one is with your autoresponder sequence. So let's say you have 10 messages. You might have more. You might have 20 or 30 in your autoresponder sequence. And along the way, you're including offers. You might include a link to, let's say, an ebook that you're selling. But you include that link in multiple autoresponders. Let's say you drop it in subtly in autoresponder number 5. And then you put it in again in autoresponder 9. And then it's in again in autoresponder 13. But between these 3 different autoresponders, the content's entirely different. You're having the same offer, but you're delivering different types of content. So again, the big question is, how can you determine which autoresponder message between 5 or 9 or 13 or wherever you drop that offer in, which one converted the best? This is really, really critical data for you, so you can determine, if autoresponder 5, the copy that I used there converted at such a higher level than number 9 or number 13, then what did I do there? How can I piggyback on that success? Now, of course, there's other variables in play, as to, why that one might convert. But again, it'll give you some good information as you think about writing additional autoresponders and putting more copy into your sequence. So one of the ways that you can do this, aside from using some sort of ad tracker, ad tracking software, is by simply using the Google URL Builder. Great tool. This is a tool that allows you to create unique links, unique URLs that you can then track its results within Google Analytics. So down here is the actual page where this is the Google URL tool. You can Google it right now and you can easily find it. And this is where you can create your custom link. So let's say your website is, and I just put an example in here, website123.com. That's the URL where you want to send people to. So now we want to append it with some variables that will track it to a specific campaign. So for the campaign source, this is an email campaign that we're running. The medium could also be email, but then you want to specify where it's coming from. So if you're wanting to create multiple links to track within an autoresponder sequence, as I mentioned earlier, let's say you are dropping the same offer in 3 or 4 times in the same sequence. Well, you're essentially wanting to create a unique link for each one of those emails, so you can track which one converts the best. And so the campaign medium might be message number 5 or message number 9 or message number 13. So you can differentiate between the different autoresponder messages. And then we go down to the bottom, the campaign name. It might be for this ebook offer. So we'll call it ebook special. Maybe we're running a special discount on it and we've included that in multiple times. Or we're running a split test that goes to this particular offer. Okay, so once you put those variables in place, you go ahead and click the Generate URL button. All right, so this is the link that will be generated here. So you'll see it's your URL followed by an appended information. So the source is email, the medium is list 15, the campaign is ebook special, just like we had included in that form. And so it's created a unique link that you then want to insert into an email. And of course, you don't want to include this as a text-based email. You don't want people to see this long link, but rather you want to hyperlink it. So again, you would want to create, if you're including, let's say, 3 offers, the same offer across 3 messages within your autoresponder sequence, then you would essentially create 3 Google URL links, and then you would insert them into the messages and be able to track which one converted the best. And so last screenshot at the bottom, it might be a little hard to see with the video that you're viewing, but this is right within Google Analytics. So under the goals feature within Google Analytics, you can then track your conversions by campaign, which is the ebook special. You can track it by the source and the medium. And so if you have multiple links that you've created, you'll have it right here, and you'll be able to cross-compare which one converted the best. What autoresponder message seemed to convert better than the other? Okay, this is really interesting data for you to find out. And of course, there's all sorts of variables as to why one might convert better than the other. But nonetheless, if you see a spike in conversions for one message over the other 2 or 3 that you have, where you've included the same offer, then it's something you want to be mindful of. You're looking at that content and saying, how can I piggyback on this? How can I, repurpose this content, use it in another autoresponder message or sequence down the road? All right, something to think about as you're looking to measure the performance of your email campaigns. All right, we'll see you in another video soon.